Hi everyone, welcome to Active Self-Protection Extra. On today's Sunday gear review, I want to talk to you about the Holosun 507C in green and why it's on my carry gun. Big Tex Outdoors has holsters, accessories, optics, and other parts that you need as a self-defender. I'm one of his customers and I recommend him highly. Check out the page on our website with our favorite deals. Now, I want to be full disclosure here. I have zero relationship with Holosun at all. We have talked to them, but it never materialized or anything like that. Big Tex does sell these, and so we do have a sponsorship with Big Tex. Thanks for sponsoring the Sunday gear reviews. I paid for this 507C. This is the green one. I paid full retail for it, right? And I have several 507s that I have paid retail for. I've never been given any of them. And it is on my carry gun Theseus. This is the gun that I carry every day. You see me shooting it on the range all the time. And it is absolutely what I really want. And I'm going to show you a couple of reasons why. Number one, I shot the front sight off this gun. Just so you know, on an HKP30, if you don't pin it like you mean it, it'll last about 15,000 rounds before it flings off into the wild blue yonder. I have a replacement on order right now, but it's the Rona, and so everything takes forever. That said, the 507 here, I started with a red version of the 507. It's fantastic. I have no problems with it, but I chose to go to the green, and I like this for a couple reasons. Number one, if you want to talk about reliability in the Holosun, it's absolutely bulletproof reliability. This particular one here, my red one, I put about 10,000 rounds through. This one's gotten about 6,500 so far. And in 6,500 rounds, flawless operation, which is great. And most people aren't going to shoot their dot 6,500 rounds in its life, quite frankly. That's around 5 or 4 or 6 months of shooting, something like that for me. So it is robust. Aaron Cowan did the drop test on it and all that stuff. It passed the Cowan tests, which means it's robust, okay? A couple of other things that I like. Number two is that the battery is on the side here. So you can replace the battery without removing the dot, which means you don't have to mess with your zero. That's a very good thing. Next, you can leave this on automatic, so it'll change its brightness, or you can lock it out, or you could turn it up or down on the controls, which are very easy to manipulate on the dot itself. Piece of cake there, and I like to lock it out at the setting that I like. You got to decide if you think that it's done well. I don't particularly like it when it does it automatically. It also has a backup of a solar panel. So if God forbid your batteries completely run dry and you draw the gun and it's daytime, you got at least something going on there where you get a little bit, so it makes it a little bit more foolproof. Again, I just think you change the batteries every year on your birthday and you never worry about it again, but it's a feature that some people like. I will say the one thing I really don't like about this is that your adjustments, so this adjustment knob shows up, it's got good positive clicks, and your adjustment knob right, which is kind of interesting because it's right as you turn it left. It seems kind of backwards to me, but whatever. But the big thing that you see here is it's a proprietary little gewgaw in order to turn it. So it's a very small little tool. Now they send you the tool in the box. So I think some people are going to say like, yeah, but they send you the tool. Who cares? I do like the fact that with the RMR, for instance, I can just grab a 9mm case and use that. It is a nice feature. Holosun didn't do that. So you got to make sure that you've got the stupid thing in your shooting box. Mine stays in my shooting box, so I have never had a problem, but it is kind of a thing that I'm like, don't love it. Now, why did I choose the green over the red? I had a red on here. I don't have any problems with the red, but I chose to go with the green specifically because when we're out here in the daytime, the green is so much more visible than the red. When you're in daytime conditions, wow, is the green much more visible. Now, at night, green, red, doesn't matter. You'll see both of them perfectly well, but the green is highly visible when you have bright sunlight, and that makes it more useful for me because honestly, when I'm training, and I train a lot, I'm a gun school junkie, we're out here outside in the day a lot, so a bigger, brighter, more visible green dot is a good thing. And if, God forbid, I'm in a gunfight and it's in the daytime, well, that's an advantage. The other thing I really like about the Holosun 507 is that it's got multiple reticle configurations, and you can choose that by playing with the buttons. So it's got a dot, this particular one, a 2-minute of angle dot. So you can just run this like you could run an RMR or an SRO or an Acro, and it'll run dot. You can run it a 2-minute dot with a 32-minute of angle circle around it. So it's kind of like the old EOTech sights where you have this big kind of what they used to call the red ring of death, which we don't call it that anymore, but you've got that big circle around your dot. I personally find that a little bit busy for my eyes, because remember, when we're talking about the red dot, you don't want to look at the dot, you want to look through the dot to your target. Or you can run it circle only with a 32-minute of angle circle. That's actually how I run it. That's a video for another day, but you can run it circle only if you'd like. That has pluses and minuses. So you guys have seen me run this red dot quite a bit. Holosun 507C, this one in green. I've got 17,000 rounds through these Holosun dots. Man, it mounts on an RMR plate, so if you have an RMR mounted to your gun, it's going to mount exactly the same way, same pattern, all that stuff, so that's easy. I love the green. I think the green is absolutely an upgrade over the red. That's why I paid for it and put it on there, and I trust my life to this one. I think it's a useful, if you're in the dot game, talk about and think about going to the Holosun.